I am really excited to share Beautiful Feet books with you. When the box came in, it was so exciting having all these books all together, and when I look at it, it looks like it's going to be a great fit for what we do in our homeschool. So I got Beautiful Feet Around the World with Picture Books, Part 1. And this is definitely Charlotte Mason literature-based type of curriculum. What we already do for geography is we do like a unit study, immersion into one country, until I feel like they kind of have a grasp of like where it is, what the flag is, things about it. If they saw something out, they might recognize that it's from the country that we studied. And so because of that, though, I'm always grabbing different resources and searching online and trying to find different things. So this really gives me some structure for different pieces that I use. Now, I also am going to put other books with it. So I'm not using this as a straight curriculum. Like, I'm not going to just go through this book for the year. But as we study the countries that they're doing in here, I will definitely use this as a resource and use the books that go along with it. It comes with 17 books, including this monstrous maps book and all of these and beautiful pictures. They try to pick books that have won awards or are known for being really good quality. So let's take a look inside. Time for a real page turner. Beautiful Feet Around the World with Picture Books, Part 1. This is geared for grades K through 4. So don't discredit picture books for your older students because they are beautiful and we can learn so much from simplicity. And there are 70 lessons, so you can break it up different ways throughout your year. You could do 4 per week to finish in a semester or 3 per week to finish in a year. It covers 4 continents and 11 countries. This ran me about $200 for the complete set. But I can see that, sometimes it's on sale or not, and that could affect the final cost of it. This is a complete curriculum. It covers geography, art, science, history, so you just have to add math and language arts. And then it's great when you are ordering this, if you have some of the books that are included in the set, you can take those out. They do have a limit on how many, but that really helps if you already own some of the books, which I was able to do, and it was just a click. So super simple to do that. All right, let's take a look inside. These are the countries that are going to be covered across 4 continents: Asia, Antarctica, Australia, and Africa. And you can see there are beautiful pictures that are included in the book. It really is lovely to flip through. It talks about a continent song. This I have not quite 100% figured out how to match it with this old man, but I think with practice, or maybe I'll try looking it up, I'll be able to get it. Talking about nature studies, including that, and these are the other resources that you would need for this course. One thing that it does come with is a blank notebook that the student can use, just lined. And then all of them will be using the maps book, which you can see is very large. And this will be used throughout all the countries. And they do give prompts for what you'll be looking at and what to discuss with your kids, things to find. Some countries are shown horizontal, some are shown vertical, just depending on the shape of the country and how it best fits. So this is a great resource anyway for other countries too that you might be studying with your children or as things come up to discuss. Here at the back, it does show you the flags of the world. It talks about how to use the guide itself and the notebooking that your child can do. About not having high expectations on your kids as far as what they do. Let them make it their own. Don't decide how they're going to do it. but let them take ownership for what they're creating in their notebook. Here it has a rundown of each of the books that are included in this set. So then at the beginning of each chapter, it will give you a picture of the page in the map that you're going to be discussing and the books that came with it that this section is about. So with China, it has 4 additional books that are going with it. Got the story about Ping, Anno's China. There are several books that are this style that are included in their sets. This picture book set and the part 2 one as well. And it does tell you what to discuss, and at the back it will explain what the different pictures are about. So that helps as you're discussing what you're looking at. Ruby's Wish. And Minglo Moves the Mountain. I love with resources like this where they're using different styles of books, different styles of writing, getting to hear different authors' voices. So here it breaks it into different lesson chunks. And again, you could do one at a time, or you could do multiple depending on what kind of schedule you want to do, or skip around. Pick the ones that you want to do or don't want to do. So the first one is talking about a page in the maps, and it talks about things to look for there and also things to know about the place. Lesson 2, you'd be looking at the Anno's China book, reading things in there. It gives resources throughout the whole thing for other additional ways to look into this topic or the topics that are brought up that have to do with that country. The pictures in here are great quality. This book itself is very pleasant to look at, and because it is broken into these lesson chunks, it is simple in that way. They also include these library connections, other books that you can look up. A lot of these pages do go back to the books that you've looked at, so like here you are reading this, but then also looking at Anno's China again and seeing how things connect that way. Here's talking about the bonsai tree. Here they have things to think about ahead of time before you read Ruby's Wish, which is good too, because if you have some of the vocabulary, it can make it more meaningful. Biography and history, options, and of course, use your library, find other options as well, but it's great to have good recommendations. Here's an art connection. It does say in the back, these were drawn by an adult, so don't let your kid feel intimidated by that. Let them do it in their own way, make it their own. And then the nature connection, talking about animals. Now there are cards and resources in the back that go along with these connections here. So there are things that they can color in, cut out to go along with it. Let's see, here's China and the flag and then some animals. So that's great that they have those already to go along with it. And then a recipe. All right, next is Japan. That comes with these 3 books here. You can see again, I love that they have it pictured right at the front, so it makes it simple. Here we've got Crow Boy. And The Tale of the Mandarin Ducks.
Who saw the duck in the cage,
Yeah.
had a plan to let them free.
Oh.
So the mom blamed the dad portion from getting it. So then then he was smiling, carrying this bag thing.
Oh yeah, like a basket.
He was, because in the basket was the duck.
Mm-hmm.
So they let the duck free.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice that they let the ducks free. And Grandfather's Journey. Here again, they're talking about looking at the map for lesson 1, archipelago. In lesson 2, reading one of the stories, and they always give talking points. Definitely very Charlotte Mason approach with this one, with this curriculum. Vocabulary words included. I love the conversational style here of looking things up, reading things, and then talking with your kids about what you've read. Again, library books that you can get, and history and biography books. Japanese poetry, haikus, Japanese art, woodblock prints, a nature connection, and a recipe. So this one has 10 lessons. Next is Thailand. This comes with 2 books, Hush and the Lotus Seed. Here's Hush and the Lotus Seed. Here the first lesson is reading Hush. Lesson 2 is the Lotus Seed. They also have a library connection and a connection here to The King and I, nature, and the art photos at the back that they can paint, and a recipe. So Thailand was 4 lessons. On to India. This comes with these 2 books. The Story of Little Babaji, and Once a Mouse. Again, broken into lessons. This one has a poetry connection as well. The nature connection. Library and history, biography, and cuisine. Taj Mahal. So this one has 6 lessons. Let's Visit Antarctica. Includes 1 book, The Emperor's Egg. And same thing, looking at the map. There's library connection, nature, and a recipe. Bless you. So there's 4 lessons total. And again, those pictures that they are painting are here in the back. And Australia, this comes with this 1 book, 2 Cultures, 2 Stories. It has it in English on one side and then in another language on the other side. And the full book opens from the middle and you can see both parts of the story. Very, very interesting. I'm excited to do this book. And the typical things, library connection, here's some art as well. A cultural connection with this one. And nature and art. So they said with this, you really would only have to add math and language arts to have a complete curriculum, which I can see why. And for Morocco, it's the same book, the mirror image book. Here there's quite a bit of art included. Oops, library, recipe, 5 lessons total for that. Egypt comes with 1 book, The Day of Ahmed's Secret. And finding things on the map, looking for the Nile River. Oops, to go along with it. Poetry, nature, art, cuisine. And that one has 6 lessons altogether. Kenya and Tanzania. Wangari Maathai. I'm gonna go with that. I think that's a good guess. And it's about a real woman. It's got her life. So what a great historical connection too at the end of the book. Library connection, nature connection, and art, and a recipe. 5 lessons in that one as well. And last but not least, Ghana comes with Emmanuel's Dream, also based on a true story. And in here, similar to the library, nature, art, again, beautiful pictures throughout it, and additional books. I hope this was a helpful look inside Around the World with Picture Books, Part 1. Great resources, beautiful guidebook to go along with it. Real life is messy and beautiful, and better with books.
Here's Brazil.
There is Brazil.
Right there, they made it in an easy spot.
Yeah, you found the flag. Good job, Helix. Great, that's going to be such a fun book. And yeah, I guess I don't really have anything else to say.